Hey Rifters, welcome to the show. Subscribe, rate, review, tell a friend. All right, guys. Today's guest, Natanya Ross, will be here. You know her from Boy Meets World, the Babysitters Club, and the Nickelodeon show Alex Mack. So, subscribe, rate, review, and we'll see you guys soon with Natanya Ross.
From Hollywood, California, welcome to Reza Rifts with your host, Keith Reza.
Hi, Natanya Ross.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Living the dream.
I'm living the dream. Yeah,
That's all that you could do in this crazy world, right? Living the dream.
that really is it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for doing this. It's really cool to meet you. I've been trying to
Yeah.
get you for a while, so this is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No problem. Here I am.
Yeah, via Zoom. Do you,
Yes.
do you do you feel that like ever since the pandemic, like interviews are now over Zoom, where back in the day you used to go in a radio station and be like, "Hey, give me chocolate or something." You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yes. No, I have not been like in studio to do a podcast in a while.
Yeah, yeah. So
They're all Zoom now.
they're all Zoom.
I
So
personally like that much better. So,
I like it too because
yeah.
now I feel like no one really has a reason to say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you could give so many different dates and times, and it's really hard to say no to like 45 minutes to an hour at your house, you know? So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
Well,
even think about that.
yeah, but see, I'm smart. You know, I was like, my so my friend, because like I take like requests on who should I get the podcast, and
Oh, yeah,
your name came up all the time,
yeah. Oh,
and my friend Daniel, he was like, hey, you should get her on the podcast. I was like, all right, and he kind of bet me that I couldn't get you, and
oh, yeah.
I was like, Daniel, I'm also a celebrity. Like
You are.
I could get anybody
Yeah,
I want, you know?
you're very, and saw some of your stand up. You're very funny. So, did you win the bet?
I did, yeah,
How
definitely.
much did you win money?
No, no,
Oh, man.
it was just like it's
Just a friendly bet.
like a ego bet, I guess. I don't
You
know.
should have bet like $100. You fucked up.
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
kidding. And what's
Yeah.
your friend's name?
His name's Daniel Anderson.
Daniel Anderson. I'm so sorry, sweetheart, but you lose this one. And
Yeah,
Keith Reza wins.
thank you. Uh
So,
he he also wanted me to tell you this because he said he met you a long time ago.
okay.
So I told him I'd share this text with you
Okay.
because
Hopefully I remember.
you probably don't remember.
No? Okay.
Like
Yikes.
I don't remember anything I do, but he
Well,
said,
let's see. You
all right.
never.
Uh hey Natanya, I'm single. Not to sound weird, but do you remember around Halloween, either 1996 or 97, a kid asked you for your autograph and talking to you about costumes at Cinema Secrets in Tulsa Lake, California, across the street from Bob's Big Boy?
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I do not remember that, but
Oh, nice.
don't take that personally. I don't remember most of the 2000s or the later half of the 90s. So that's not your fault. That's my fault. And just the synergy of the universe, I actually now live a block away from that exact Bob's Big Boy.
Oh my God.
And I
If Dan
finally moved back about a year ago. Yep.
so if Daniel wants another autograph, he's gonna have to go there and hope you shop there, right?
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Ah, but no,
Well, nice to hear from you, Daniel, and I'm sorry you won the bet.
oh, thank
And
you.
if I ever see you again, I'm happy to give you another autograph. My pleasure.
Ah, you're the best. But no, like another reason why I find you very fascinating because like we'll talk about the TV stuff, but you also have a great journey that I think is very, very important for people to
Yeah,
know because a lot of child stars, they kind of suffer from this, and I feel like it's one of those things where either the world doesn't really acknowledge it or they just think, oh, they're child stars, they have everything that going on for them. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
You
wanted to
want to
ask.
answer that?
Yeah. I wanted to ask about your like
Yeah.
that if
Do
you
you have
feel
any?
comfortable talking about it.
Yeah, no, no, no. You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. Do you have a specific question, or do you want me to just like kind of?
the question,
respond to that, or
yeah, I guess the question is like, when everyone's all looking at you like you're one, because you're a famous and you're a child,
right?
and people don't see the stuff you're actually struggling with. Like,
Right,
how
they
did that?
just see a little entertainer,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
yeah,
that's where child star comes from.
right.
We're
Entertainer.
little entertainers. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, is the question kind of like, why does that happen so often to us,
Yeah,
as
exactly.
opposed to like an adult actor or what have you, or like the stigma around child acting and stuff?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think that's the question, because I think
Okay.
when it happens to adult actors, they're like, they're adults. You know what I mean?
Right. They just get canceled or whatever. But with us, it's like, oh, poor little child actor got sucked up in the game like all the other ones. I mean, there's so much to it. It's so complicated. It's so layered. Um, you know, and it's so interesting too, because I have these conversations with my boyfriend a lot as well. I don't know if you know who my boyfriend is, but he was, I mean, much bigger than me in the 90s. And I think there's something about America or the consumer, the audience, or whatever, like inviting you into their homes, getting to be part of their childhoods, growing up alongside them, essentially,
Yeah.
and then like their parents or this producer or whoever decides that, like, I'm not cute enough anymore, and they bring the next one in, right?
Yeah.
And like a kid doesn't have any choice on what happens to me in my career, and they might want to be my fan forever, right? And I've been so
Exactly.
lucky to have fans for, that span over decades and decades. But yeah, I think there's just I think child acting is salacious. The stories, I think people are like, ooh, I want to hear about that. And I've certainly gotten caught up in that in Hollywood for sure. Like, not myself getting caught up in it, just people, reading about me, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
very hard. I come from the more, I guess, severe end of it, where my parents stole all my money.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's
Mine
like,
too.
really?
But I didn't make a lot of money. So
Okay.
like,
Well,
but I understand the feeling.
got it. Okay, good. Yeah, you get it. It's a betrayal,
Yeah.
and I always say I didn't stop acting because I stopped getting roles
Right.
by any means. I mean, I was booking roles, I mean, I wasn't even auditioning. I stopped acting because my addiction came out.
Yeah.
And second, in my addiction, I found a substance outside of myself that I could put in my body, and my brain slowed down just enough that I'm going to get emotional, that I didn't have to hear the words that go on in there, like, you're not good
Yeah.
enough. She's prettier than you. She's a way better actress than you. This group of people would never hang out with you. You're not cool enough. You're not the sorry, I get emotional sometimes. I'm a
Oh,
Libra.
oh, nice. I'm a Cancer.
And an actress. So
Oh,
double whammy. So yeah, yeah.
no,
It's all
I think
such an
that's so
interesting
fascinating
thing.
though.
It's a really interesting thing. I think I got very emotional about it again when the Nickelodeon thing came out on HBO. What was that called?
Oh, Quiet on
Quiet
Set.
on Set. Right.
Yeah.
And talking to my boyfriend, and just like the whole thing, I was just like, man, we really got used like little dolls sometime. I happen to love acting. I
Yeah.
had a lot of friends that were kind of forced to like do it. I had also some friends who got to quit anytime they wanted. I didn't have either of those. It just
Right.
was what it was. My mom put me in acting at 6 months old. It's unusually young. Um, by the time I could speak or like understand a conversation between two people, I was a working professional actress.
Yeah.
So it's
You,
just a whole different life that is so hard to explain unless you've experienced it. But there's something about the world, like, getting so much from you for just a set amount of years.
oh yeah, definitely,
Once you
definitely.
kind of pass the point where you're not cute anymore, or whatever the case may be, a lot of these kids, they get messed up. For me, it was very different. For me, I came from a really sometimes I say acting's my first drug of choice, because I got to, like, one, go to set every day and have a safe place to be, and two, I got to not have to be myself.
Yeah.
you know, I show up and all of a sudden, like Natanya Ross and all the stuff she's dealing with, like an alcoholic father and a, um, you know, sex addicted mother and all sorts of different things that were going on in my household. And my father was getting ready to transition. Like, back then we called it a sex change, and
Right.
now finally we've had enough conversations. We can call it a transition. But I had a lot going on in my house that nobody knew about,
Yeah.
and because of that, nobody was paying attention to me either.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a double-edged sword. I was like, this is the shit. I can have everybody over at my house. My mom would try every so often to tell me something, and no, I pay the bills around here, so it gets so complicated. It's just, yeah, it's a lot.
So I totally know how that feeling is, like I never made it as a child star, thank God, because like I have blonde hair,
Oh,
blue eyes, and all that stuff. But I'm very successful in stand-up comedy.
right.
So like I hate it when people kind of relate like that, where it's like I feel totally used, and it's like I'm not even that famous. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
it's a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
But thank you for answering that question. But that really wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about the Homeless Foundation because that's very important.
Oh God, yes.
So,
You didn't even mention that. Here I am
yeah. So,
crying. I'm like, my mom stole everything I ever made.
so
I'm a
like I felt
I'm a
so bad.
stand-up too.
Because like I was like,
Um,
oh,
the Homeless Foundation, yes. I'd love to talk about that. Thank you for doing enough research to know to bring that up because it's so special to me. Um, are you talking about the one that I created or the one that I was working with during the tiny homes?
yeah, the tiny
Yeah,
homes, and then you create one, and then like the
yeah.
pandemic kind of messed up
Yeah.
your stuff.
That's
So
right. So, yeah, created a nonprofit organization called San Fernando Valley Feed the Homeless. It's kind of just sprung off of the idea that, like, if one person can convince another person and another person and another person of an idea, then we've created some sort of like revolution, be it big, small, medium, it doesn't matter. It only takes one person to talk to another to inspire, you
yeah,
know? So I was just driving around the valley. Where are you at, by the way?
I'm in Huntington Beach, California.
We're on the same time coast. So
Yeah,
and in California, I was driving around the San Fernando Valley and there's a lot of homeless people. And I was like, no one talks about this. There's definitely an epidemic of homeless people in the valley. No one's talking about it. I got a couple friends together, right? It's just that like simple idea of one person inspires another. And I got a few friends together. We raised a little bit of money, not much. We made like 50 sandwiches, 70 sandwiches that day. We were driving around the valley. It was super hot and it was just really guerrilla style, like just as we go, and
yeah.
that I took that somehow to, 10 years later, we've fed, fuck, it's like close to 500,000 people.
Oh my God.
I know it's really crazy, and we've stuck around 10 years now. Granted, I had to pause it during COVID because it started by having events, and it would be like 20 people would show up one time, and then one time it was 50, and then all of a sudden it was 100. We were like, oh. And then by the time we were, the last event we did, it was like 200 people. So during COVID, I couldn't bring 200 people together. Um, and then I started thinking, like, fuck,
Yeah,
what's going on in the homeless community right now in COVID, and there was just nothing I can do. They weren't even really letting you volunteer in a lot of places, but I found this one place called Hope of the Valley. And I really, really, really researched what they did because it's one thing to provide shelter to someone homeless, and that's incredible. If that's all
yeah,
it is, that's enough, right? But the kind of the biggest, I would say, lack of what somebody is missing, usually like a couple steps before homelessness, is lack of connection,
right,
right? So when we bring somebody into the tiny home community, we don't want to just be like, here you go, here's a set of keys, now you have an address, get a job. These are
right.
people that have been on the streets for anywhere from 1 day to 20 years, 25 years. We have shelter resistant people, we have hope and help resistant people, and unfortunately, we kind of have to let those people stay on the street. And then we have people who really, really want somebody to give them a chance to turn their life around. And those were the people that we were getting to help bring in during COVID, which was really fucking cool. And this place offers counseling. Everybody gets a counselor, like a case manager who helps with interview teaching how to interview for job interviews, and they'll put a resume together for you. They have a
Yeah.
really cool thrift shop where like you could just call them, and I've told a lot of my friends this too, where you could just go on the website, grab the number, call them. I have all these clothes or whatever for donation. They'll come pick it up from you.
Oh
That's
no, that's the
why
coolest.
it's so cool, because that's another reason why we lack in donations in certain areas, because people are like, oh fuck, I just don't want to go do it. And I'm not exempt from that, by the way. So this place is great. They'll just come right to them and pick up this stuff, and they bring it to, they have their thrift shop. So when they bring in somebody off the street, um they let them go to the thrift shop and shop,
Yeah.
and they give them the dignity of being a human being again. They don't stand there and watch everything. They let them in the thrift shop, and they go
Yeah.
pick out, you have a voucher for 100 items or whatever it might be, and they really 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 get to start over. So yeah, I was blessed enough to join forces with this organization, and I was also really really blessed to make my way all the way to the CEO. You want to get shit done, you got to make your
You
way to
gotta
the,
do it yourself. Yeah.
yeah, or you do it yourself. So
Yeah.
it's a mix of both usually with me. And yeah, and we just got to work, and I started calling my friends that had big platforms as well. And I said, come get involved with me, please. And before you know it, we have a bunch of people with huge following counts posting about this place, posting the donation links, and you start a little kind of commotion about something, and yeah, it was really cool. Hope of the Valley I really encourage everybody to go check them out.
Well, if I ever get my social media back, I will tweet
You
this.
lost it?
Yeah, Instagram Meta banned me, and it's like a whole AI thing.
Oh
Like,
my God.
so yeah, it's like I don't even know what I did, to be honest with you, but it's
Wow.
it's like certain words will trigger AI and they'll just ban you for that. And
Wow.
yeah, so I've been trying to get it back, but the point is, if I ever do get it back, since I'm a celebrity as well, I will share it for you. And
Great.
like,
Love that.
that's the
That'd be
point.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
And you'll let your friends know if anyone ever asks, and
yeah.
point my direction.
I think that's really cool though, because like I have stuff in my closet that I definitely should donate, but I always think, hey, I'm gonna go back to 34 soon. You know what I mean? So I think that's
That's all
that's
right.
my reason. But
That's
like,
okay. You'll do it when you're ready. You'll do it. It's okay.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I think that that's very great. Is there a website that you?
I think it's just hopeofthevalley.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, we'll get people to talk
Yeah.
about that and stuff. And now we'll move into the Hollywood
Oh boy.
area.
Okay.
Yeah, the fun, the that stuff was fun too, but the more fun,
Uh,
you know what I mean? The
yeah.
business side, or I don't know if it's fun.
Sure. Sure.
But you were on a sitcom called Billy, which could have been like one of your very first things, and I love Billy Connolly because he's a stand-up comedian, and a lot of people don't know who he is, but he's one of my favorites, and I don't know if you remember working with him, but what was that like? Like, was he funny on
Oh,
set?
he's
Or
the best. Yeah, he was the best, and he was just we all became such a family so quick, and it was his first shot at headlining a television show. At
yeah,
the time in the 90s on TGIF, it's like if this show goes, you have a job for the next 10 years.
right.
And yeah, so in fact was my first big thing. I had done a lot of film and television already, crazy enough, by 9 years old, but this was like my first starring thing. So yeah, that's what brought us to California.
Now, when you're that old, if you remember, do you remember like how it was like reading scripts and stuff? And did you have a hard time memorizing comedy, like where the laughs are, or like,
No, I don't. I had like a very innate ability to understand comedic timing from a very young age. I'm not saying I was like any kind of comedy genius by any means, and I think I've always had that, to be perfectly honest. I'm
oh,
a very funny gal. I've never gotten up on a stage. But
You should.
and I shock myself sometimes when I say, no, 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 there's no way I could do that. And then I do it. I'm like, yo, I'm actually pretty good at that. So who knows what's in my future. But yeah, I just knew that I felt something when I made the audience laugh.
Yeah.
And it just kind of reinforced this like weird knowledge, like to know at such a young age that you're just very talented, it's like weird. It's
Yeah.
kind of fucked, honestly, because it's like, you know, you choose a life of like, I mean, I had no friends, it's yeah, it's weird. And yeah, I think I knew a little bit about comedic timing. I don't think I mean at 8, 9, 10 years old, I wasn't in the pocket of any of it yet by any means,
Right.
but it was my first go at it for sure.
Well,
Before
just talking to you, I think you're very funny, and I think you should
thank you so much.
try. I think you should try
God.
going on stage. Be-
Um do I
because
have
my
to?
yeah, you definitely, because my friend, he's actually one of your friends too, but
Yeah.
he was like a movie star, and then he started doing stand-up comedy, Sean Weiss. So like he's
Huh.
actually very great at comedy. You know what I
Sean
mean?
Weiss?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I think you got that, you got
Oh,
the
I have the same thing Sean Weiss has.
yeah, you just gotta go on stage and
All
just
right.
do it. You
I'm
know what
gonna
I
do
mean?
it then. Yes.
Yeah.
I
And
guess I gotta go to the local comedy store or something, and just
definitely.
sign up for the beginners or what is it? The
You
what
could
do
open for
we do?
me. Just be my
I'm not
opening
ready to
act.
be an opener. I just started only talking about it 36 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, but I just want
No,
to
I could
help.
definitely be an opener. Don't take me on the road because I might steal your whole act. No,
Oh, okay.
no,
That,
but I think you just go to like a comedy store and sign up for open mic or something. That's like how a
yeah,
lot of people have done it. It's brave. I've always said stand-up comedy is to me the most fascinating, incredible, and my favorite form of art.
yeah.
100%. To me, like the real rock stars, minus like, you know, Eddie Vedder. You know what I mean? People I grew up listening to, like the real rock stars or comedians. I also love comedy. My idol. I'm looking at like a beautifully framed photo of her right now. My idol is Lucille Ball. We just
Really? Oh
yeah,
my God.
well, I'm a redhead,
Yeah,
it's funny, come on.
you
And
are funny.
we just rescued a dog and we named her Lucille.
Oh, that's so
Her.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
very exciting.
speaking of comedies, you probably don't know this, but you were in this movie called Munchie Strikes Back,
Mm-hmm.
and it has the funniest joke in all cinema because
Oh
that
God.
because at the end it says Munchie will return, and it hasn't returned, right? How funny is that?
Jokes on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
sure.
do you get
Jokes on
asked a lot about Munchie Strikes Back? Because I don't think a lot of people
this is
really.
only the second time in my life, in fact, that I've
Really? Oh.
so yeah,
What
we
was
don't
your what
we
was
try not to talk about it too much.
what was your first time that they asked you? Were you like, oh God?
No, it was a little worse than that. It was when I did Pod Meets World and Danielle Fishel, as she was, researching some of my career, came across Munchie Strikes Back and decided she was obsessed with it. So I went back on Pod Meets World to do a second podcast episode all about Munchie Strikes Back.
Oh
So
my God! I should have
yes,
listened to that.
it's a great listen. It's a good listen. Very entertaining, I have to say. So Danielle Fishel and yourself, great company to be in.
Yeah, yeah, because we're funny, right? It's like
Sure.
funny.
You both have great hair.
Well, yeah. Oh, I have to wear a hat because I'm very sensitive to light because I have Asperger's syndrome. So like the ring light like kind of makes me dizzy and
And
stuff.
you have blue eyes, and blue-eyed, like light-eyed people are so sensitive to the light.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And usually I wear like blue screen
Yeah.
glasses, but I think my maid stole them because I can't find them.
What a bitch.
I know. Yeah.
God.
Like I think she's trying to get my attention.
Definitely. Well, it worked.
But
Worked.
speaking of Boy Meets World, you had like an ironic character for
Yeah.
just being in one episode like that. like that's pretty crazy how, you know what I mean? Like,
Episode like started a revolution or something. I don't know what's up with this one episode. It's like the episode that won't go away. I'm
yeah,
so glad it didn't because I love it. I cherish it. Like it's interesting, even at autograph signing, sometimes people come just to get an autograph from Ingrid Iverson, a one episode thing, as opposed to like, 70
yeah, yeah,
on Nickelodeon. So yeah, it's an interesting thing what sticks in their mind, and I think also because I was all everywhere in the 90s. I was all over the place, and all the like, what, she's on ER, like, what, oh, now she's on that. I was everywhere, so I think certain roles resonate differently with certain people, and that's their Natanya that they grew up with, and that's very special.
yeah.
Yeah.
E ER would be like the one show like I went on a lot of auditions, but I remember I never wanted to go on an audition for ER because
Mhm.
I'd watch a couple episodes and it'd be about a hospital and people dying and stuff,
I
and I'm
know.
just like, that's just kind of sad.
And I have OCD and I've had it since I'm a kid too. So I get like weird about everything. I'm like, wait, is it like a bad omen for me to go on this show?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly.
literally. So that was fun working through that anxiety at 12 years old on the set of ER. I'm like, where's the Xanax? ER? The fuck?
Uh,
Oh man.
but Freaky Friday too. I thought your Freaky Friday was 1,000 times better than the original
I
because
have to agree with you on this one. Yeah. I
yeah,
agree. Shelley
and
Long, Gabby Hoffman, it's iconic.
who's funnier than Shelley Long? You know what I
No,
mean?
Lucille
Like,
Ball, Lucille Ball.
oh yeah,
But
but
besides them,
yeah,
it was a great movie. I don't know what happened with it. Maybe, I mean, something happened in distribution where it just didn't like make the splash that it was meant to. Maybe, it was shot and it was cast, shot, and filmed as a movie of the week. So
yeah,
we weren't like in box offices or anything. We weren't like a special Saturday night special. We were just a movie of the week, you
yeah.
know? The remake of Freaky Friday. There wasn't a lot of press around it. So yeah, it's like you never really know what project is going to do what. It's still like resonated with so many people though. That's the thing, is that it might have done not what like the networks say is successful, but if it touched your life even for 5 minutes, to me that's fucking successful. So, yeah, it's interesting what people remember me by for sure.
And see that's the one thing about the business that people don't get is because like every piece of art that you do or work, like regardless if you didn't like it or the critics didn't like it, the fact is it does somebody will watch it and think it's great. Like I like that stuff, like Hallmark movies. You know what I mean? I love
Yeah.
Hallmark.
Hallmark's good, yeah.
Yeah. Because I always think, hey, I could write that.
Yeah.
Chris, Christmas in Huntington Beach. I don't know. But the 30-year anniversary of the Babysitters Club is coming up, and
I think it happened, yeah.
it just happened.
Think so. I'm getting tagged in all sorts of shit. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, are you gonna do like a reunion thing, kind of like you did a reunion for Alex Mack? Huh?
I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see if we can, all get it together enough to do it. Hopefully, that would be awesome to do
Uh,
that.
yeah, I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I kind of know Rachel Lee Cook a little,
Okay. It's the
Yeah,
ditto.
so like I could like see her at the next convention and be like, "Hey, we gotta get this babysitter thing coming." Yeah.
Do it. I love it.
Uh, it's so you talked about conventions. Like, do you like doing the conventions? Because I find it very awkward.
You do a lot of signings?
Well, because my like what I do is conventions hire me to interview people.
Oh, that's
So
pretty draining too.
it's
Yeah,
draining.
yeah, they can be awkward sometimes. It has to be the right crowd. There has to be enough tickets sold. If it's like a signing where there's only 50 people there and there's more actors than guests, then it can get very awkward. Or sometimes it's packed and
Yeah.
you're like, one, hi, yeah, it's a weird, it's a weird bag, those signings. But yeah, I do like doing them. I love meeting the people that we got to grow up with. I think it's so special.
It's also pretty cool because I'm sure you've had fans that come up to you and be like, "Hey, you've really helped me through, dark times." Like Alex Mack, that's a show that people probably watch to get relief of pain and stuff because it was so
Yeah,
funny.
oh, thank you for saying that. That I love hearing that. And yeah, especially with her character being as morose and dark and different and you know, alt goth emo, all of the things that was a lacking representation for kids on television for the most part, especially on Nickelodeon. There hadn't been a character like Robin until Robin,
Yeah.
right? Um, so yeah, I love doing them because I get, yeah, a lot of people that tell me all sorts of different things. You helped me not commit suicide in high school because I was bullied so much. You helped me. It's yeah, it's and then now in my life too, with what I get to do as a job, um to be able to give back, in the recovery industry is really special too. And sometimes people are coming up to me at signings and saying, "Hey, I heard you on this podcast 5 years ago, or I've listened to every podcast you've done. Thank you for talking about recovery and mental health." And so it's, yeah, it's always a special experience no matter what for me to be at a signing.
Have you ever considered having your own podcast where you could talk about, because I feel like that would also get the word out too and help people.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah? What
We'll
was
see
it?
what's coming. We'll see what's coming.
They could call Catching Up with Natanya Ross or something. I don't know. Or
Not bad. That's
yeah,
catchy, I guess. Yeah, if you think
yeah.
more, just let me know.
I'll just tweet them to you because
There
that's
you
all
go.
I have right now is Twitter.
Okay, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I have three more questions because I want to respect
Yeah,
your time. But
thank you.
I wanted to ask you, well, like, what is your biggest fears when you were in acting, and like, do you still have those fears when you're acting today?
I guess back then my biggest fears like would have been how I look. I hope I look okay. She's prettier than me. Just normal stuff that you go through when you're going through puberty on television in front of the whole world. I mean, I was on that show from 11 to 17, so some of the most formative years of your life, and some of our most insecure years where we haven't really begun to meet ourselves as a human being.
Yeah.
And then, now I would say my insecurities, ironically, are like, am I too old to do this? Do I look too old? Does she look younger than me? It's an interesting thing. It's just, but if you don't have some self-doubt, you're not a fucking artist. Get the fuck out of here.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's okay. It's all part of the experience, and it's all part of what makes it so fucking cool when you like, when you walk off the stage and you fucking killed it. And when you killed it and when you were like, and it's
Yeah.
just that feeling over and over.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be an actor, but then when I started doing comedy, I fell in love with comedy, and now
Right.
I have no desire to do acting. So like
You
when
picked the right lane, my friend, and now you might even be able to pay your rent. But
yeah,
actors are
exactly.
fucked. Comedians maybe, but you
Yeah.
picked the right one.
Yeah, but it's just like one of those things where it's like it's just so weird how life just flips like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, I want this has nothing to do with you, but I wanted to ask your opinion on this because I was watching this documentary about the pyramids and how they were built,
Okay.
and I wanted to ask you, what is your opinion how these things were built? Like, what do you think happened?
Come on. Skip to the last question,
Oh,
man. I
oh,
don't even know where to start there. I'm not that girl.
oh, okay, well,
I'm
okay.
street smart. I'm street smart.
No, I just wanted your opinion
I
because I
don't
find
brick
it.
by brick.
Oh, brick by brick. All
What
right.
do you think? By
I
sneezing, it's brick by brick, sand by sand, whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's how I think it happened.
so I think like in like years from now, like 5,000 years from now, they come up with this thing called a time machine, right? And
Never heard
they
of that. That's okay. A time machine?
yeah, yeah, and they
Oh,
travel back in past and they build these things and then they go back to the future and they're laughing at us because we don't know how the fuck they did it. Right?
Sounds like a great movie to me. Let's make it.
Oh yeah, it'll be the
Let's make it.
romantic comedy. I like it.
Exactly. The rom-com of 10, 20, 30 centuries combined.
Yeah, and we could
Yeah.
call it Pyramids.
There you go.
Uh,
Perfect. You are very funny. Look,
th Thank you. And then my last question is because I noticed you have tattoos and I have some
I do.
tattoos.
Okay.
I wanted to know like what's your favorite tattoo that you have?
Mm. I guess these two, because
Oh,
this is the Libra sign, and this is a moon that's dripping because edgy.
yeah.
Butterfly that's dripping. No, kidding. I don't know why it finished like that, but I got that when I got divorced actually,
Oh,
and I said that I would always know that I was okay again, and it would be time to finish it and do the other half. And then I met my boyfriend who I live with, and in the first like couple months of us being together, and we fell in love fast. So it was
yeah.
like a love affair for the ages. He was like, "What if I got the other half of that butterfly as a tattoo?" I was like, "Okay, that's crazy." So,
Did he
yeah,
get it?
not yet.
Oh,
I'll talk these men.
oh
Just
my God.
kidding.
I would have been so impressed if he actually got it.
Yeah, he'll get it. He'll get it. Trust
Yeah.
me.
All
He'll
right.
get it, but just not, we haven't done it yet.
Ah, well, cool. Well, where can the folks at home follow and support you? You know,
Yeah.
you got the Instagram, which I don't have, but as soon as I get back, I'm gonna follow and support you.
Amazing. I appreciate that so much. And ditto. Yeah, honestly, my main thing's just Instagram. I have a TikTok. I mean, I guess if you have like a couple hours free and you just want to like scroll through and see what an idiot I am, you can. There's nothing all that significant on my TikTok. So it's mainly Instagram. You can find out like when I'm doing signings, maybe I'll be in your area. If I have any projects coming out or, weird, silly things me and my friends do. And yeah.
Well, you definitely have a project coming out. It's called Pyramids, and
Pyramids. There it is.
we're excited for this.
Yes. Very excited. Yes.
Well, Natanya, thank you so much for talking to me and
Yes,
for
of course.
saying yes. It was an honor,
My pleasure.
and well, maybe I'll see you at a signing and I'll interview you there. I'd be like,
Amazing. I
hey,
would love it. I would love that.
huh? All right. Well, have a
Okay.
great day, and we'll talk
Thank you.
soon.
Yes.
All right. All right, Rifters, that was the show. Subscribe, rate, review, tell a friend, and we'll see you guys next week on Reza Rifts. Peace.